Libra. Yep. Now, Lilith is a Libra. Lilith is the darker moon, right? But now, how I see it, right? Seriously, Lilith is more like when the moon experiencing Lilith, who she's separate from the moon, right? I see her, but no, as a moon, though. But now it look like milky. It's milky though. It's almost like what's the name? What's the It's a character I'm saying. But how I see it, like is it like a planet? So how I see her, she's round. She's round, but like a pie. Like her, yes, her face is like a pie. But her color, she's like pearl. Yes. Effervescent pearl. Like okay, you know how when you buy paint and you buy like certain paints that you buy, they're beautiful. But some of them are like effervescent or something like that. Effervescent, translucent, like this. Like, yeah. So she is a little shimmery, but she almost looks like a pearl, but mixed with like black and gray and shades, but almost like art. You know how you do the art where you use you swirl around. So say you use like 3 different colors, and then you use some sort of instrument to like mix it up. But it's like if you mix black, cause she is really very dark. Now, yeah, but she's very spooky. Like when I spent on school at Lilith Energy, the first time it was like a second, but that shit was so scary. I was like, yo, what the fuck? I think that's how people who walk on spooks, things about the eyes. Okay, you know how people with yellowing of the eyes, but it's not yellow. But you know how some people's eyes, they look milky? Like that. Even sometimes, you know how old people, their eyes get like gray and all that? Like that. But she's very fucking spooky. Yo, yup. It was like a second. And I swear from, the Most High God, if she ain't sent a bitch around the corner, I was in Richmond. If she ain't sent a bitch around the corner, who was there, who fucked around and did some spell work with Lilith. Yo, when she came around like around her back. But I think she was like behind me or some shit, and I turned back to look. I'm like, who the fuck is this? So it spooked me. I started walking up a little bit, cause the way she was walking behind me. But when I turned around, looked around, she the one who was fucking, like, she looked like she got spooked by something. I'm like, Lilith, you fucking bitch. Lilith, oh my god, Lilith, no fucking way, bitch. Fucking around, I said, yeah. People, yeah. Lilith, no, I think all the planets might fuck around and give you masks and shit when you fuck around with them. But Lilith, she does something to their fucking eyes. But their eyes look like they've been spooked by a ghost. And I know why. Because the first time I fucking saw Lilith, yup. That's what I'm like, yo, bitch, they did something special. And when she showed up, she spooked the shit out of them. But some people, when she show up, she do shit to their eyes. That's how you know they fuck with Lilith. Because Lilith gives them a certain mark. But it has to do with their fucking eyes. Yeah, it could be through ancestry and all this stuff, Libra. But now, if you fuck with... Now, Lilith isn't Libra. Libra is a sign of the peacemaker. Right? According to Western psychology. Right? And I think Emily Klinsberg, her, right? I use her absolutely astrology. I use her system too. I love it. Now, yeah, that's serious. Now, guys, doing spell work and shit. But now, Lilith, I believe, is where your deepest, darkest secrets are. So, like, say, like, in the mind and in the psyche, the mind store, certain, I didn't read this nowhere, this is my perspective, guys, okay? My ideology. I believe the Most High is plentiful. Listen how. You have certain places in the brain. It's the whole mind-body connection and how smart really the body is. And how it's always connected to something higher than ourselves. In order to save us from certain traumas, like certain things that happen to us, it's sort of when you study PTSD and how this whole thing, the mechanism works. The brain stores it in certain places, but it's a protective mechanism because some things happen to us. It's so traumatizing that you can't process it at the moment. You just can't. Through the mind, the body, and the soul knows. So I feel like when you're doing something spiritually, like, and connected to the planets and all this other stuff, right, and the spiritual nature, now it's connected to the mind, right, the psyche. The mind is connected to the body. It's on your fucking head. It's in, your brain. Your mind is in your skull, your brain. The mind, right, I would say, because, right, it's going to be inside of your physical brain, right? Inside this cavity of your brain is your mind. So your brain, in my perspective, I could be wrong, is what contains the mind. But inside the brain, we have all kind of structures and all these types of things. But I believe that when certain, you can't do it. It's too much. And so when you go doing things like that, right, and trying to accessing the planets and things like that, sometimes what you see there, something happens, like whatever it is that you experience. Sometimes it could be when you go to sadden people. Yes, it happens, but yes, because your mind is connected to your dream. You're right, your dream state and REM and all of these your different realms of sleep and all the stages of sleep. All of these things that happen. But a lot of these places, they exist in our mind. We read about them. We watch movies about them. All this kind of stuff. So the places that exist, at least in our mind, we think about them. So when we go to sleep, and sometimes we set an intention before we go to sleep. Okay, I'm going to go to sleep Forget about it if it's drug induced. Now, you motherfuckers gotta be out of your fucking mind taking some drug. I don't do no fucking mushrooms. Hell no. My grandmother was a shaman. She told me, stay the fuck away from mushrooms, kitty. And thank God she told me that, because she knew me probably like a book. Stay the fuck away from them, because they ain't gonna be no good for you. Stay the fuck away from mushrooms. And I did. To this day, I listen. I ain't taking no motherfucking mushroom. One time, this girl, hell yeah, in Richmond, try to offer me a piece of fucking mushroom. I'm like, bitch, first you gonna try to offer me some sort of fucking pill. I said no. I ain't taking no fucking pills, bitch. And then she offered me a piece. She was like, it's only a little piece of mushroom. I took that shit. I threw the shit. I threw that shit on the ground somewhere. I'm not eating that shit. It was so tiny. Who gonna see? I'm not taking. Are you fucking stupid? My grandmother told me. See why they useful? My grandmother told me that as a little girl, stay the fuck away from them. And what the fuck happened? A year ago, 2 years ago, a bitch offered me a piece of a fucking mushroom. How about that? Thank you, Grandma, for being so protective. So, yeah, Grandma, Libra. Grandmas, right? They have grandmas have a role. Now, in family systems, you go look that up. It could tell you the right terminology, the right official or the correct terminology for a grandmother, and right according to whoever. But scientists, we all have our own perspectives. That's why I love science and I love psychology, because bitch, you gotta make room for my perspective, because scientists, they make that, yeah. So how the fuck is you gonna tell me I'm wrong? Now, you could test the theory, but we have all kinds of theorists who, my God, I swear, they won't let me remember the day. No. Nope. All of them I study, I can't remember none. I had to take tests and pass them and get A's and all this stuff, and right now, probably too much stuff to remember, right? CBT though, I don't even know, but I love now CBT, yeah. Oh yeah, hands down, 10 toes down, 10 fingers down, hands, everything, whole body, and then myself. My first house of self on CBT, cognitive behavior therapy. Now, because it offers solutions, bitch. I don't got time to be, now come on, what the fuck I'm going to do these circles and circles and tell me how to get the fuck out of here. Because a lot of this shit you go through is like, yo, Libra, like being stuck like in one of those crazy houses. Not a crazy, you know how when you used to go to amusement parks and the scary, the haunted houses, but no, like the house of fucking mirrors and all of that. I ain't labyrinths and shit like that, right? I ain't mazes and shit like that. Depression, for me, that's what depression is like, suffering with major depression. I felt like, what the fuck is I'm a lab rat? Like a lab rat stuck in a labyrinth in a fucking maze or something. I gotta get the fuck out of here. And then but like being inside of it, but like bumping into like mirrors and shit, but seeing distorted images, right, of myself, other people. My mother used to take us out as a kid, Libra, all the time, everywhere, beaches, Coney Island, whatever, stuff like that. So I had a lot of experiences growing up as a child in Brooklyn. My mother, she was very outgoing and physical. I gotta turn my beans off, God. Yes, I'm making tacos. Right? But I don't want to burn my beans, so I have to turn them off. Yes, and go there. Yes, and one time she took us. So we used to have carnivals in New York. They would come to places in Brooklyn and New York, and we would have carnivals, and we would go. They be in different areas. Sometimes we have to travel to them, but my mother would take us. And I went inside this in Brownsville. Now they put a building there. Before a community center or something there. A building before, it was like an open space where the carnival used to come. And my mother let me go inside the mirror house. Man, I was like, no, it wasn't a good experience for me. But I guess it was like life imitating art. And God showing me, okay, what is it you want to be moving towards, right? Or because I suffered with major depression for a long time. But that's how I felt. Like, when my therapist asked me how to explain, it's the best way I can explain it. I'm a fucking labyrinth. Stuck inside. Amazing some shit. But it's with mirrors and shit in there. With all kind of distorted images. I'm bumping into me. I need the fuck out of here. How I get out of here? CBT. Of course, psychotherapy and all that talk therapy, yeah. CBT. Libra. So, whatever you're going through, Libra. Now, you could be being... Because now... Since it is there, I don't see nothing really ever... What's really happening with Libra? Now, because Venus, right? Who deals with... Like... Your sister sign Taurus. So, you could be dealing with Tauruses. Second house matters. Your love nature and all this other stuff. And Queen of Pentacles, I feel like energy. So, yes, it is Libra. But you could be dealing with some sort of earth sign. I feel like it's a Taurus. Or it has something to do with the physical sense. Staying grounded in the physical realm, Libra. Maybe you could be astral projecting and all of this shit out of your body, Libra. Your soul. And maybe you can't control it, Libra. This stuff happens. Now, hopefully it's something... Yeah, now, it's not something that you are inducing, Libra, because now this is serious, especially since Libra is in your sign. I don't know if it really matters, like, at this, like, really, if Libra, what your placement of Libra is. But, yeah, that could matter. It could be, your Lilith placement could be in Taurus. It's your darkest, the shit that lays in the back, about, I feel like, Libra, specifically, your love nature. But it's hide, you hide it really, really well. It's some, like, deep, dark secrets shit that you into, Libra, that you won't tell. Nobody knows it. Nobody will ever imagine it. But now, it has to do with the physical sense. So, it could be using plants and all this other stuff to induce. It's using, now I have to tell it to you because, right, I don't want to say it. But now using probably plants and stuff like that. Like, it could be medicines. Drugs, psychotropic drugs. Or, see what I mean? Now, Libra, are you abusing them? It could have something to do with drug companies. Pharmaceutical companies. It could have something to do with weed, medical growers. I saw today on the news that Biden is pardoning some guys, people who've been convicted, I believe, of drugs. Yeah, but petty drugs, like I think marijuana, right? Yes, guys, now pardon me, my memory. Listen, I can't remember. It was, but I know he's pardoning. I think it was like 250 people because of I think issues, right? Crime, right? Like people who got convicted of crimes but related to probably, I thought it's highly likely is marijuana. What other kind of drug? Right. Now, probably. Because now it's legal, so a lot of people are, fighting. Yeah. And I would imagine, but now other things probably play a role in, getting a pardon too. So that's why the number is really so low. Because the 250 people that got pardoned, that's probably all they had. It's not really nothing serious, and it probably was for personal use. And then, yeah. And they probably been able to prove it. They probably haven't been in trouble with no for nothing else since, yeah. And probably right now could prove that they was using it for medicinal uses all the time. The whole time. Because now we do it. We have that option. We don't have to use pharmaceutical drugs. We have a right to choose alternative medicine. So is that what this is about? Alternative medicine? Because Libra, now I can't help, because now Venus, your body, Libra, your body. I feel like now, because I'm just saying, it's sickness coming up around here. Like, yeah, I'm not going to stay in here, Libra. Or somebody is sick. So that's what I'm saying. This got something to do with Capricorn too. Like, I don't know. It could be like the Earth suit. Like Virgo could be significant here. Taurus and Capricorn. It could be here a trio. But Libra is the sign of the peacemaker. So Libra should be always doing that. Now, Libra is ruled by Venus, so Venus is always going to be doing that anyway, because that's what Venus does. She just uses Libras to, you know what I mean, to carry it out. But now, Libra is a little bit different from Scorpio. Now, I know I said something about Scorpio. Scorpio in its lowest expression is doing what the fuck Scorpio is supposed to be doing. Like it or fucking not. And like any other sign, Scorpio pays, yeah, for whatever the fuck it is they do too. Like everybody else. But how they pay karma is a little bit different because of what it is that they do. Right. Because of exactly because what they do as Scorpios, channeling death energy and putting. So a lot of time, but Libra is different from Scorpio. Scorpio is not always about making peace. Sometimes Scorpio, right, is about putting shit to death. It ain't always peaceful. The most peaceful way possible. Peaceful, it takes too fucking long. So Libra, yeah, y'all like to drag your feet and shit and take your time, right? And all this other stuff. But time, it really waits for no one. It's always ticking, Libra. So your friendships coming up here, Libra. How good of a friend are you? So in this trio, are you the peacemaker or... Because Lilith is in your sign. So the energy of Lilith, right? The darker moon, she's like a planet. Now, people say they see a lot of moons. Lilith is one of the moons, right? Just say that. But she's darker. I believe is where your fucking deepest, darkest, secret, the shit that you don't want nobody know is in fucking Lilith. Cause Lilith deal with spirits or fucking demons. I do both. Give me both of them motherfuckers. But now I see them shit now that I know, once I met Lilith, I'm not scared of them motherfuckers no more. But now the first time I saw one of them motherfuckers, Now I met a guy like that too in Richmond. This motherfucker, but I ain't get, yeah. And he happened to be a big fat motherfucker too. Nigga, now, yeah, I'm used to now, because now I think America, we should probably think about the 6 feet rule and instituting that shit all the time. I'm uncomfortable with 6 feet. I think is a great, yeah, I like 6 feet, especially in public. Because now, yeah, these days and times, now people walking up on you and being, it's so dangerous, right? And now we got all this. Now we heard the fucking bird flu on the news and shit like that. That's what I'm saying. I don't got no time for this shit. Yeah. So yeah, yeah. But he was, yeah. I was walking to the supermarket or coming from the supermarket. I was going back home. But now, my guides taught me actually from a little girl, how to walk in public, walking against traffic. Sometimes it's the long way, guys. Sometimes, but it keeps you safe. And the times I don't listen, is the times when creeps are able to get close to me. But guess what? Yup. But it's meant to happen because I'm not going to be running from motherfuckers. Like, come on now. This is America. And in places like Virginia and all of that other stuff, now you have, Delaware, no, you could get a license to carry. A handgun. I like that. Chingy is what when I think of having the right to bear arms, Chingy. I like it when you do that right there. Cause yeah, I'm just how to, yeah. Just let down your hair like that. Like Chingy. When I think of handguns. Now don't fuck with no, leave that whatever, what's that, whatever amendment that is, I don't know. Come on, I can't remember. But I like it. Leave it. No, people have to fucking learn how to be responsible. Now, how the fuck is it? Okay, a gun is an inanimate fucking object. It takes human beings. Can a fucking animal handle a gun? Are they smart enough to do that? No. Humans are responsible for handling guns, Libra. And with everything, we have to do that and everything else in our fucking lives responsibly. Now, in every state in the United States of America, they have rules and regulations and how these things should be handled.